What's up, everybody? It is the Spaniard on the moon once again with another episode of Let's Talk, the unscripted series where we talk about games or anything else related to the gaming industry. If you like this video, make sure to hit that like button, and as always, if you want to see more content like this in the future, make sure you subscribe. So without further ado, let's get started with another episode of Let's Talk. Alright everybody, so the wait is almost over. And no, I'm not talking about Christmas, although that's around the corner. I'm talking about Cyberpunk 2077. It's crazy to think that this game got announced over 7 years ago on January 10th, 2013. In fact, I don't know if you guys have seen the meme rolling through the internet, but there's a lot that has happened since Cyberpunk 2077 was first announced. Just so you can have an idea of some of the things that have happened since then, let me put it this way. We got 2 Rockstar open world games, we got 2 Dark Souls, 3 Gears of War, 11 Call of Duties, and 9 Assassin's Creed games. Just think about that for one moment. This is the most anticipated title of the decade and probably the best way to close off this generation. And I say close off this generation although we're getting these games in next gen, because they were intended pretty much for the current generation of consoles and of course PC. It's crazy to think that it was over a year ago when the most liked actor of all Hollywood, and listen, if you don't like this guy, I don't know what's wrong with you, and more than likely there's no redemption path for your petty soul, so just, don't even give it a try, don't try to convince me of the opposite. This guy is amazing. Keanu Reeves takes a stage on E3 2019 to give us a teaser of this game, and oh wow, was it breathtaking. Also, to whoever the guy was that said that from the stage, thank you very much, dude. You literally made an amazing meme out of that. Now, I'm pretty sure I don't have to tell you that the road through game development sometimes gets really tough and rough. And I'm only saying that as somebody who's looking from the outside. We all know the last 2 years with this game have been a little bit crazy on the amount of information we've been getting, the hype that it's being generated. And this year, unfortunately, because of events that I don't even have to explain to you, we got not 1, not 2, but 3 different delays for the game, but we're finally gonna get it. From the point that I'm recording this, it's gonna be about 5 days till we're playing the game on December 10th of 2020. Also, for those of you playing on PC or Stadia, there's actually a release schedule, so depending on where you are, you could be playing the game on the 9th. So absolutely go check that out. I'll leave you a link to the tweet that I saw with that actual global release map on the description of this video. So at this point, we definitely have seen a lot from this game. I think at least we have had around 5 Night City Wire episodes, a few trailers, and even a 48-minute long gameplay walkthrough, which actually you're going to be seeing some of that on the footage that I'm showing in this video. So with all this stuff that we've seen so far over the last, I would say, 12 months, it's hard to think that the game will have any surprises in store for us, but knowing CD PR and knowing the scope of this project, I think we could be in for a massive treat on certain things that they haven't even gotten to talk about. Personally, I love the idea of having Keanu Reeves be a character in a video game, and I think that introduces a whole new path for video game development in the future, where game developers can attract more Hollywood talent to bring those characters that we love back to life. So in the last episode of Night City Wire, we got to see some of the mocap technology that is being used to bring the characters in this world back to life. Focus, of course, on the perfect man, Keanu Reeves. Really guys, I have to be fully honest with you, I'm super excited for this game. Now, with that being said, here's the time where I just, need everybody to stop for one moment. The ambition and the scope of this project seems to be massive. This, as I mentioned previously, could be considered the game of the decade or the game of the generation. And this could be one of the most massive experiences we've ever played. In fact, we've seen some news out there that a few of these, I think, QA lead testers were logging around 175 hours in the game. Now, there's a caveat. They play a little bit different than the way we would. They're looking for bugs. They're looking for things to correct in the game. So don't expect your experience to be that long. If it is that long and you're okay with that, it's fantastic. But if not, understand that what that person is doing and what you're going to be doing could be 2 completely different things. Also, please understand that no game is going to be perfect upon release. As you guys know, a few people have been getting their collector's edition of the game from Best Buy and they started playing it. And there's been a few jackasses out there who started streaming the game as well. Well, let me tell you something, those guys don't have the day one patch. So if they start telling you that the game is a buggy mess, well, that's why. We live in an era where when games are printed on disc, they're not in the best state possible. That's when we always get that day one patch, and it's something we're really going to appreciate once we install it on December 9th. Also, let's make sure we're not putting the developers on the pedestal, making their job a lot harder to be fulfilled. Let me put it this way, we all love The Witcher 3, but when The Witcher 3 first came out, it was also pretty messy, and it was not free from criticism. No game is going to be perfect out there, and I think you need to understand that. A game not being perfect doesn't mean a game is a failure, but all of you should temper your expectations, or at least make them realistic to what you think is an enjoyable experience. Listen, that is going to be different for everybody, right? Some of you are going to get upset about every little bug or glitch in the game, or about every little bit of texture that looks off on screen, and some of you are not even going to care. That is absolutely fine, but please make sure you approach conversations regarding this game from at least a reasonable standpoint, or a logical one at that. Where there's criticisms, show those criticisms, and where there's praise, make sure you give it, right? Now, I can tell you that I am ready to jump on my Corpo playthrough, which is definitely going to be the first thing I'm going to be doing. I really was hesitating between going Nomad or Corpo. I feel like Street Kid seems kind of like the default experience. But I mean, if the replayability in the game is out there, I'll definitely do a playthrough as each of those. And by the way, I highly recommend that if you want to learn some of the lore of Cyberpunk and some of those little details that maybe CD PR hasn't yet mentioned in any of those Night City Wire episodes, that you check out The World of Cyberpunk 2077. This book is a really cool resource. It really contains kind of a summary of the history that led us to the events of Cyberpunk 2077. It also contains information about all the different corporations that run the city, all the different gangs that run the city, the weapons and the cyberware available for you to use in the game. So if you want to learn about the beef that Arasaka has with Militech and vice versa, I highly recommend that you check out this book. It was a really enjoyable read. There's a lot of really cool art and concept art from the game in this book, and it's just overall a fantastic piece. I really did love it. You know what? I think that has been enough of my rambling about Cyberpunk 2077 for today. I plan on maybe making a couple, maybe 3 or 4 more videos about Cyberpunk on the channel, kind of detailing my experience with the game. I don't think I'm going to be doing a review of this game. As you guys know, there's a lot of reviewers out there that have review codes right now, and they're going to give you all the information you need. But I want to focus more on my experience with the game, and maybe I'll do a couple Let's Talk episodes. Maybe I'll have to find somehow a different format to talk about the series. I really just want to take a chance to maybe create 3 separate videos discussing each of those life paths and how those decisions affected the game. But of course, that's going to require a lot of hours in the game, so definitely that will take some time before you guys see that. I know that I sound like a fanboy when I'm talking about this game, and you know what? That's absolutely fine. Go chew me out in the comment section if you want, but I'm really excited for it, and I'm not going to lie to you. This has really been my most anticipated title. Well, no, that's not true. It was the 13 remake. But yeah, let's not talk about that. Let's keep it at Cyberpunk 2077 for now. Hopefully it doesn't match the disappointment. Hopefully it's an awesome experience. Hopefully you guys enjoy it if you get the game. And if you're waiting a little bit to get the game because you want to wait for a few patches and fixes, that is absolutely fine. Try to avoid spoilers out there, guys. But anyways, that is going to be it from me today. If you liked the video, make sure to hit the like button. And as always, if you want to see more videos like this in the future, make sure you subscribe. Also, let me know your thoughts about Cyberpunk 2077 in the comment section. Whether you're excited for it, whether the hype train has, burned you out at this point, or whether you're just simply not gonna play the game. Let's have a conversation down in the comment section. Alright guys, as always, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and remember that you're breathtaking. I'll catch you next time.